Hello, everyone. My name is Vaughn Swanson, and today I'll be interviewing a very special guest. Thought to be dead, I have here with me the ninth ruler of the Aztecs, Montezuma II himself.
Thank you for having me here, Vaughn.
So, Monty, how was your flight over?
It was good. I was harassed, and they wouldn't allow my spear on the plane. But it's all right. I just picked up a new one.
All right. Well, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Fire away.
Okay, well, do tell us about your reign of the Aztec Empire from 1502 to 1520.
Well, during my reign, my empire reached its maximal size. I managed to lead a successful campaign over the years that expanded the Aztec Empire from as far south as Oxconosco in Chiapas to the Istthmus of Tehuantepec. And from there, we incorporated the Zapotec and Yopi people into the empire. I also changed the previous system of social hierarchy and widened the divide between the nobles and the commoners by prohibiting commoners from working in the royal palaces.
Well, now, my next question for you is how was that personal life?
Oh, well, being emperor and all, I had 8 daughters and 11 sons. One of my daughters, Isabel Montezuma, went on to become one of the Mexican Indians granted an encomienda after.
Wait. What is that?
An encomienda?
Precisely.
Oh, well, an encomienda was a system that was employed mainly by the Spanish crown during the colonization of the Americas. In it, the crown granted a person a specific number of natives for whom they were to protect from warring tribes and to instruct them in the Spanish language and in the Catholic faith. In return, they could ask of them to repay through labor, gold, crops, etc.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Well, speaking of the Spaniards,
Oh, great.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, it's just
What?
well, it's just that was just a complicated relationship. You know, that whole crazy thing.
Well, come on, man. I mean, you had to know this question was coming.
Yeah, I know. Could we discuss something else for just a little bit longer?
Well, yeah. What do you know about the first Montezuma?
Well, let's see. Montezuma was the fifth Aztec emperor, and like myself, he managed to expand major ground for our empire. His brother, Tecpelo, held the position of first counselor during his reign, and some sources say that a lot of Montezuma's success came from his brother. However, this is unproven. Let's see. He took power in 1440 after the death of his uncle. He began his career as emperor by solidifying the alliance with two neighboring people, the Tolacopan and the Texcoco, with which he organized, with the help of the Emperor of Texcoco, the construction and completion of a double aqueduct pipe system, supplying the city of Tenochtitlan with fresh water. The boundaries of the Aztec Empire eventually expanded beyond the Valley of Mexico to the Gulf Coast, subjugating the Huastec people and Totonac people, and thereby gaining access to exotic goods such as cocoa, rubber, cotton, fruits, feathers, and seashells. About 1458, Montezuma led an expedition into Mixtec territory against the city state of Coalaxacu, the pretext being the mistreatment of Aztec merchants. Despite the help from two other tribes, the Mixtecs were defeated. And while most of the defeated chieftains were allowed to retain their positions, the Mixtec ruler Atonal was ritually strangled and his family was taken as slaves.
Really? Wow.
Yes, it's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, to to say the least. Um so why are you the more popular of the two?
Uh, excuse me?
Come on. Come on. I mean, cuz he seems so much cooler than
I have magic powers.
magic powers. uh, like what?
Well, I can curse people.
Right. Surely you must be joking.
I curse thee with Montezuma's revenge.
Huh. Well, I don't. Oh, God. Whew. That was rough. Whew. Sorry for doubting you.
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyhow, my next question for you may be a little personal, but I know everyone is dying to know. So, Monty, how did you die?
But I'm right here.
Well, yes, but I read that you died, did you not?
Well, to be fair, yes, I did. I just came back.
Yes, of course, and we're thrilled to have you back, am I right? But according to my sources, no one is sure how you died. The most common belief is that you were called out to the balcony of your palace and that your people began to pelt you with rocks till you died. And others claimed you were killed by the Spaniards. So, Monty, which is it?
Well, what really happened was and that's how I died. I came back to life a few days ago to vindicate my people as they believe, but no one was interested, so here I sit.
Right. Well, all right. Well, are you ready for my final question?
As much as I'll ever be, I suppose.
Great. Well, so tell us about the Spaniards. I mean, Monty, what exactly happened?
You really want to know?
We're all ears.
Well, it began in February 1519 when Hernan Cortez and a few hundred followers of his landed on the coast of Veracruz. With him, he brought gunpowder, steel, and animals my people and I have never seen before, horses. Upon landing, Cortez burned down his ships to ensure his men remained with him. He learned of an indigenous settlement called Simpoala and marched his forces there. On their arrival in Simpoala, they were greeted by the Totonac. Cortez persuaded the Totonac chief to rebel against us Aztecs, and Totonac soldiers went with Cortez on his expeditions. He went onward and encountered the Taxacalan kingdom. The Taxacale met the conquistador with hostility at first, and the Taxacale, I imagine, could have defeated Cortez and his followers. However, somewhere along the lines, the Taxacale saw how useful the help of Cortez could be in defeating the enemies of the Taxacale. Once again, my people and I. Meanwhile, some of my ambassadors continued to press Cortez to leave Taxacale and go to the neighboring city of Colula, which was under Aztec influence. You see, word travels, and I had heard of our guest. Now, I'd rather not say whether it's true or not, but Cortez heard that there might be an ambush awaiting him in Colula. He took action and made a preemptive strike as Cortez arrived in Colula. He seized our leaders, Talquiac and Talquiaca, and then ordered the city set fire, resulting in the death toll as high as 30,000. And the tale of the massacre inclined the other cultures in the Aztec Empire to submit to Cortez's demands rather than risk the same fate. And in November of 1519, Cortez arrived to the outskirts of Tenochtitlan, our island capital. Our city was one of the largest in the world at that time, interestingly enough. Of all the cities in Europe, only Constantinople was larger than Tenochtitlan. It was here I greeted them. I offered them food, rest, treasure, whatever they needed. I had my father's palace, Ayaxcotl, prepared to house the Spaniards and their 3,000 native allies. Cortez, however, didn't think this was enough and asked that I provide more gold that he could send to Charles V. He then demanded we remove our two large idols from our main temple and replace them with shrines to the Virgin Mary and St. Christopher. Well, even this, I saw that all his demands were met. And Cortez then took me prisoner to ensure against revolt and demanded an enormous ransom of gold. My people delivered it promptly. However, this is where things became messy. My death occurred around this time, but we already discussed that.
Yeah. Well, keep going, keep going.
Well, I don't know anymore. I died.
Right, but you surely you must know more.
All right, all right, all right. I did find out a bit here and there since I've been back. So my people were defeated with their advancements in weaponry and their Tlacaxlan allies and the diseases they brought. Uh, yeah, the Aztecs were dead before we knew it. And it didn't help that we saw Cortez and his followers as possible incarnations of our god, Quetzalcoatl.
Right, right. Well, all right. Well, this has been very informing. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
So, that's it.
Really? You don't want to, I don't know, like hang out or anything?